Hello everyone! Welcome to the Best of Beauty Week 2023, where each day this week I am sharing specific categories dedicated to the best of beauty for 2023. It's Tom Ford Tuesday, so today's video is all about Tom Ford, the best of Tom Ford for 2023. Let's hydrate and begin. Happy Tom Ford Tuesday, everyone! How are we? Thank you so much for spending your time with me during the Best of Beauty Week. Let's get into Tom Ford Tuesday edition. You know the full face is Tom Ford. I'm going to have everything we talk about today and everything I have on listed and linked for you down below in the description box. I want to show you the skin close up because I'm going to start off with foundations. Now, I recently did a video discussing what is going on with these. After filming this video, I was on Instagram and I saw this on Morgan Turner's stories. So I wanted to share, and I really hope that this is what it is. Let's talk about Tom Ford's Traceless Stick Foundation. I only tried this because of you guys and this series. I don't know what took me so long. This is the foundation I'm wearing today. I do have the shades 7.2 and 7.7. I used 7.2 on the inner parts of my face and then 7.7 on the outer perimeter. And it blended and melded so nicely together. I'm so happy that I have another shade, and I did pick up some backups because of it being on sale. But this foundation is one of the best top performing stick foundations I have ever used. I have ever experienced. It's so easy to apply, so easy to wear. It looks so good on the skin and wears beautifully all day. Long days, short days, hot days, cool days. I am of combination skin. As always, in the description box, I have my shade references and skin type and details like that. But I do have combination skin. I have drier areas, I have normal areas, and I have oily areas. True combo. And I have found this to work beautifully on my skin. It's definitely a true natural finish on the skin, very skin-like. It is medium coverage. You can start off sheer and build it up, but I do find that you can build it up to like a very medium lightful, if that makes sense. This is also a product that you can use as concealer. Dab a little on the finger, blend it on the under eye. The warmth just melds the product beautifully, and it wears really nice as concealer. I wasn't expecting that from this type of product, but it does perform beautifully when used like that. It's subtle, but this is 7.7 and then 7.2. Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. This is not what you may think based on the name. This foundation has hyaluronic acid in it, so it's going to give the skin a little bit of moisture and it's going to plump the skin. It's going to smooth and blur the skin in a very natural skin-like way. What I will say they did right is say it is a soft matte, because it is truly a soft matte. It's not your harsh, drying, and dull mattes. It's a very natural finish on the skin. This is a true medium buildable foundation. With this foundation, I've always been able to take a brush and build it up on the skin and then lightly blend it and diffuse it with a beauty blender, and it does so nicely. I can build this and build this and build this, and it never looks heavy. The formula is fantastic. Wears really well for long periods of time, all day. She's a true long wearing foundation. Tom Ford did something special with this one. Let's talk about the Traceless Soft Matte Concealer. This is a stick concealer. Now, this is a skincare infused concealer, so it's going to add hydration to where it's applied, blend really easily. You have the ability to also build it up in coverage. I want to say that this is more of a medium coverage, but of course you can go a little bit lighter and sheer it out to keep it super ultra natural, all while getting the benefits of that hydration and just a tad bit of coverage. The consistency on this is super creamy, and when you hear soft matte from Tom Ford, it's truly that. It's not flat and dull. You're getting a bit of hydration, but you're not going to get too much luminosity. Overall, a really nice, comfortable, good, solid product from Tom Ford in the concealer realm, in the concealer department. Let's talk about some high performing, super quality, and beautiful lip products from Tom Ford this year. Let's start off with the Rose Oil Lip Tint. Wait, Rose Lip Oil Tint. This one. This was a part of the Private Rose Garden collection from Tom Ford this year. This is as it sounds. It's a rose lip oil. It is a little bit of a pinky tint in the tube, but I personally don't get that tint when it's applied. But this is something that you can prep the lips with. This is something that you can apply all on its own with a little bit of lip liner. This is something that you can put over top of a matte lipstick or any other of your lip products. It's ultra lightweight, it's not sticky, it's super smooth, it's very hydrating. Overall, just a really nice performing lip product that's super easy. The only thing is it's limited edition. Like, why? Just leave it. Give us more. Lip color matte. This is in the shade Velvet Cherry. This is a part of the Cherries Colors collection from Tom Ford, and this is the lipstick I am wearing today. For a matte, okay, for a matte lipstick product, it is super creamy. That was just one swipe. It is super creamy, not overly drying. I'm not super big on wearing bold lips like this, but when I do, I want one that's going to be comfortable, a nice universal color, meaning I can wear it with a ton of different looks and a ton of different moods. You know what I mean? This is a very good performing lipstick. Has nice staying power, but once it fades, it does leave you with this soft color that's really, really pretty. For 2023, this cherry red velvet soft matte lipstick was go-to. Lip color Satin Matte. This too was a part of the Private Rose collection, the same collection as the lip oil. This one in particular is in the shade Intimate Rose. It's more of a nudie, pinky tone. These are so easy, so creamy. It is and it is exactly how it's described, a satin matte. Super comfortable, glides easily, amazing packaging. I mean, I love it's more of that slender packaging versus the traditional lipsticks. And the color, it's so easy to wear. It goes with everything. The Gloss Luxe from Tom Ford. These, in my humble opinion, are the best lip glosses you can ever treat your lips to. Not sticky, not heavy, beautiful colors, nicely pigmented. They nourish your lips, they wear well, they're not goopy. The best, the best. This one is in limited edition packaging, but the color is permanent. This is from the Soleil Neige for holiday. This is in the shade Phantome. I have wanted this shade for a while, so I'm really happy that I finally have it. Do you see how pigmented that is? It does go on the lips as such. And then this one, it's more of a nude. This one is gorgeous, easy for every day. This is what they wore on the runway for spring, summer 2024 makeup looks. This combination of colors have been in heavy rotation for the year, and they're really realistic and practical. Colors that you'll use, colors that you'll love, colors that'll go with all your looks. Soleil Neige Glow Highlighter. This shade in particular is Rose Irisé. It's more of that pinky. This is the highlight that I'm wearing today. Ooh, and I reach for this. Ever since I got it, I cannot stop reaching for it. I stopped reaching for whatever I was using before. Mood Light, but Mood Light is still forever my favorite classic. Still love Mood Light, but this formula, ooh, it's so, so, so gorgeous. Do you see how just healthy and nice and that color? Oh my goodness. Formulation on this is just so smooth, and it's so easy, and it's gorgeous. It's multi-dimensional, and it just wears on your skin so nicely. It doesn't give you that stripe. It melds into the skin so good. Like, look at it. I love it so much. I really do. All right, let's talk about my favorite category, eyeshadows. I'm going to share some of the best eye color quads that I tried this year. We have a few, not too many, just a few. Because I knew I was going to wear a bold lip, I wanted to do like, you know, a little bit more of a toned down eye look today. So I actually went in with Desert Fox and, new to me, Honeymoon. I used this lightest shade all over the lid, and then I went in with this shade blended into the crease, this shade on the lower lash line. Did my liquid liner. And then I went in with Honeymoon with this darkest shade here and just blended the wing with that. Beautiful, easy. Could wear this every single day. Honeymoon, let's start off with her. She is in the wet dry formula. You all told me I had to have Honeymoon, so I made sure that I have Honeymoon, and I have been using Honeymoon ever since. It's such a beautiful color story, very wearable. You can do one and dones with it. We love the wet dry formula. Look at that. Can't put her down. It's just such a pretty color story and so easy to wear. And as you know, when it comes to Tom Ford's eyeshadows, they blend beautifully, they wear beautifully, they give you a sophistication like no other. Yes, they're very basic color stories, but that's what makes them great. They're color stories that are practical. They're color stories that are realistic. You're going to want to reach for them and you're going to want to use them. And they're just so enjoyable. Yes. Desert Fox. This is in the more traditional formula. These three are matte, and then you have this more like little shimmer, satin shimmer kind of shade. I tell you, I don't feel like Desert Fox gets enough love. Okay, I don't hear a lot of people talk about Desert Fox, but Desert Fox is another one of those practical color stories, but it creates the most beautiful, everyday, wearable looks. I love going into Desert Fox to create a nice, easy, wearable brown smoky eye. The shadows to the touch, and when you use them, they're so smooth and buttery and just so beautiful. Look at that gold shade. I mean, yes. Do you see how easy this color story is? It's a color story that you know you're going to use. I use it all the time. I used it a lot in 2023. Dark Opulence. Let's talk about a little bit of color. I know those were basic, but Tom Ford doesn't only do basic. Dark Opulence brought it. Ooh, yes. And I know you may look at this and you're like, I'm not going to get a lot of use out of it. I'm not going to get daily wear. I am actually able to create very easy wearable looks with blue and not feel like I'm standing out too much, because sometimes I know colorful makeup, if you're not in that mood or you're just not that type that likes color, you'll stray away from something like this. But you go in with a fluffy brush and more sheer application. You can totally take the blue, dust it over the lid, and wear these beautiful eyeshadows. I do have dedicated videos where I share looks, and I tell you, for colorful eyeshadow, it's still a wearable color story. You know what I mean? It's not too crazy where you're like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with that? I'm only going to wear that on special occasions. No, you can wear her a lot. Hazy Sensuality, another very soft and pretty easy color story. Beautiful wet dry formula that looks amazing on the lids, easy to wear. And you see this little bronzy shade here? That is the most beautiful wash of color all over the lid. One and done shade on the lid. This pink, I love pink eyeshadow. I think pink eyeshadow is just so soft and pretty. Now these two lightest shades, they look a little bit similar, you know, upon first glance, but this one here has multi-reflective little glimmers inside. See, this shade is a little bit more of the champagne-y tone versus this one. It has just a little bit more to it, and it has a few little reflective glitters. This is just such a pretty, easy wearing color story. Hazy Sensuality. The Crème formulation, this color story in particular is Forbidden Pink. Look at how gorgeous. This Crème formulation, it's so nice. It's so easy to work with. Look at how pretty this shade is. It's like an orangey, coppery shade. It's super creamy. This whole entire color story creates some of the most beautiful, easy wearing looks. Again, the formulation, amazing stuff. From the Private Rose Garden collection, Rose Tease. So pretty. It's pinky, but it's warm. It's mauvey. It's wearable. It's all mattes. Super soft, amazing formula. This is just like, this is like your true soft girl. Is that what that is called? I don't even keep up with trends. You guys know that. Just look at how soft and pretty this color story is. And these mattes are so creamy, blends beautifully, pigmented, just easy, easy, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Tropical Dusk. This is like a vacation on your eyes, but with a nice little touch of pink, a hint of pink. I love that so much about it. This is what I like to categorize as a more traditional formula. So you've got matte, you've got satins, and you got the shimmer shades in there. Like, it's all that you need. Your mattes, your satins, and your shimmers, and just beautiful color story that you can create looks and wear all the time with. I reached for this palette so much. Thanks to you all. This one is new to me in my collection, but Disco Dust. Ever since you all said I had to have it, I made sure, and I am constantly reaching for her. This is another traditional formula. It's all satins and then like the shimmery, toppery shade. Beautiful color story. I'm so happy I got it. It's so easy to work with, so easy to create looks. Similar color stories, but they are not the same. They're all have their own little uniqueness. So Disco Dust, it has the pink, it has the toppery shimmery shade, it has the dark shade. But see this shade, it's a brown that has little bits of copper reflex in it. It's just so pretty. This is from the Cherry Colors collection. This is Cherry Smoke. So we had a little boo-boo with this shade here. This is such a pretty color story. This is a color story for when you want a little bit more. You just want that nice, dramatic, smoky cranberry eye. It is just so gorgeous. Look how creamy these mattes are. And this is the shade that broke, the nicest one. It's got a beautiful reflex, shimmery finish to it, but not overly chunky. Beautiful on the lids. All of these shades are just super creamy and pigmented, blend so nicely. All of my Tom Ford eye color quads blend and create beautiful looks. The formulas are so, so good. So those were the best of beauty for Tom Ford Tuesday. Comment below and share some of your favorite Tom Ford products that you enjoyed in 2023. Happy Tom Ford Tuesday, everyone. I will see you tomorrow as we continue the best of Beauty Week. Stay beautiful, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.